Hello, welcome to Spirit Cocktails. I'm your host, Peter Red. Today we're doing a review and a cocktail for Liquid Ice Energy. In this case, it's orange flavor. We did the red, we did the blue. This one's actually orange, so, well, it's going to taste like orange. The blue, I guess, kind of had a bit of a raspberry flavor to it. It's been so long since I tried it, I can't remember the exact flavor. But I do remember cotton candy. It tasted like a candy from maybe my childhood. And then you have the red, which to me tasted like a fruit punch. They were a little bit dry. Definitely had a slight medicinal flavor to it. They weren't bad by any means. They're actually pretty good flavor-wise. And they went really well in the cocktail. And they went really well together when I did one of my cocktails for the Ghostbusters, which is Cross the Streams, which you can see that video here. And also, while you're at it, check out my review videos that you'll see here for the blue. And then, once again, here for the red. So definitely check them out. Definitely some great cocktails I made for them. Good reviews. Definitely worth seeing. Now this one is said it's orange flavor. One of the most common things popping in my head of creating a cocktail is something to do with orange. So when you're like a fuzzy navel type of drink, so we're having that idea. But we're making this more Asian inspired. So it's called the Rising Sun. But let's start with the review, see exactly how this tastes before we start the actual cocktail, and see roughly how it's going to be in a cocktail as far as flavor. Because that's one thing also with creating cocktails, at least for me, I'm not sure if you guys are the same way. When you know what the overall flavor is of a spirit, of an ingredient, you can kind of remember all them different flavors, mesh them all together, and then kind of get an idea in your head what it's going to taste like before it's even made. That's why a lot of my recipes, I just make on the fly. I don't make them beforehand. I make them directly on the show, and then a lot of times directly on the show is the first time ever making it in my life. So it's definitely something that's interesting. It's brand new, and when it comes as close to the flavor aspect that I originally was imagining, that just also is perfect. But let's see exactly how this one tastes. Oh, it's orange. Looks like the other one's blue, the other one's red. Pretty bright orange, to say the least. Now, you are getting a lot of that orange type, kind of like an orange soda flavor. The one thing I'm noticing a lot about the liquid ice energy drinks, they have a almost candy-like scent to them. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's kind of like a little bit drier, like a chalky type flavor. But they have a lot of notes to it. But it is definitely something that you can kind of get that candy aspect out of it. I'm not more of a candy energy drinker, but it is pretty good. See how this one tastes. Tart definitely has a bite to it. A really good citrus orange flavor to it. It does have that dryness. It does kind of dry out the palate over time. And it tastes like candy. Maybe like a, I don't know, like a Jolly Rancher, I guess you could say, or maybe like a lot of them little candies you get in the 25-cent machines back in the 90s. But it's good. It's unique. It's actually pretty good. I like it. It just tastes like candy. That's one thing. Maybe I like candy. Maybe that's why I like it. But flavor-wise, it's really good. It's clean. Has a nice orange balance of flavor to it. It fits to it. So how this is going to taste in this cocktail, obviously you're going to get a little bit of the peach flavor. You're going to get the red sorghum, so it's going to help add that kind of a tartness to it, plus also bring up the alcohol content. And the overall sweetness you're going to be getting from the grenadine. So it's going to be unique. I kind of have an idea in my head what it's going to taste like. But we'll find out if I'm correct or not. But first, let's finish this. This is good. Yummy. Alright, this is going to be a build style cocktail. Because you ever made like a fuzzy navel or anything like that? They're usually build styles. It's, you put it in, you put your juice, you top it off with your grenadine if you want to make it like a sunrise type drink, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to start with the Byejoe Taking 1.5 ounces of that. Then we're taking 1/2 ounce of your peach schnapps. And simply top it off. Because as you top it, it's going to help blend all that together. If you want, just to help bring it together a little bit more, just give it a little bit of a stir. Depending on you if you want to do that or not. And then all you got to do, add some grenadine. And there you have it. The Rising Sun cocktail, featuring liquid ice, energy, orange flavor. Now, one thing, mainly because of the fact you're using kind of a soda energy drink type drink, it doesn't really layer. Anytime you have like a fruit juice that you're adding this in there, you're going to get that separation of color, and then the grenadine, since it's a lot heavier, will just sit right at the bottom. But with the energy drink, it kind of blends it all together, so you're basically just getting this darker, kind of a fire red color to it. So, but it's definitely going to add more of that flavor. So let's see how it tastes. Actually pretty good. Tell you one thing, it definitely tastes the red sorghum. That kind of gives it that earthy, kind of like a moonshine type flavor. If you ever had red sorghum, it's very like grainy. It adds a lot of that flavor notes to it. The peach schnapps helps bring it all together, and it blends very well with the orange flavor of the liquid ice energy. Because if you ever made a fuzzy navel, you know how well peach schnapps goes with the orange juice. It's a perfect combination. Just like orange juice and vodka, why not? But flavor-wise, it's really good. It's definitely sweet. Fortunately, got no separation, so it does. I guess it kind of looks like a sunrise, however you want to look at it, but the concept is still the same. And grenadine helps bring that sweetness factor up a little bit more. It just tastes so good as far as the flavor combinations. It's like you're getting that sweet, tart balance from the orange, from the peach schnapps, and the sweetness from the grenadine. And it's complemented very well by the rich flavor you're getting from the Byejoe spirits, in this case Byejoe Red. Now you can use any Byejoe type of spirit out there. It's something that's getting really popular now. This is one of the first ones I ever heard of. This was sent to me directly from the company. I got the other two sitting over there. I got the Dragonfire and Tiger Eyes. They're both great as far as the flavor wise. Even though I'm not a big lychee fan, but it does taste pretty good in that. But there are other ones out there as far as Byejoe if you can't get them. But it's definitely something worth looking into if you want. Here's my review for both of them together. Well, that and the Dragonfire. And just to add in there, my Tiger Eyes. This will have a lot of posts on this one video. And definitely, if you can, watch them. Watch the video first, then click the videos. You'll see it. But let me know what you guys think. It's a really good type cocktail. It's sweet. It's flavorful. It's not potent. But it has a lot of flavor aspect to it. It's actually really refreshing, too, on top of that. But let me know what you guys think. Be sure to like us on Facebook, Concentrated Cocktails. Subscribe to our channel. Submit your recipes below. As I mentioned earlier, it doesn't necessarily even have to be a recipe. If you see a recipe online you really like, send it to me. I'll be glad to make it. It doesn't have to be pop culture. It could be whatever type of cocktail you want. As long as I can make it, I'll make it. But if it's your own recipe, so much better. Either way, I'll give you credit for a submission. As always, drink responsibly.